What's going on, YouTube? So beside me is a really cool car, and I don't just say that about anything. This is the 2023 GR Corolla, and this one right here is actually the base core trim level of the GR Corolla lineup. What we're gonna do today is do a quick walk around, show you what you're gonna get on the base model, as well as talk about the features that you're gonna get on the higher end versions, and we also have a hot lap included at the end. So stay tuned for that. Let's go ahead and hop in to this review because I'm really excited about it. So we're here, and there are actually 3 GR Corollas out here. So this is the core model, this is the Circuit Edition, which is the first year limited availability, and then that right there is the Morizo GR Corolla. So those are the 3 different models that you can get, but breaking down some of the design elements that you're gonna get for the core model, let's go ahead and hop into that and see what you're gonna get. So up here in the front, you are going to have a signature Corolla design, except everything has just been made a lot more sporty, and it has a mean and overall sick look to it. So you're going to have a big, large grille right here. It has been widened out for the GR Corolla. It's going to be finished in this nice matte black plastic for the core model. And then you're also going to have these nice, really cool fender flares out on the outside edges of it. Now, as far as the headlights, you are going to have the signature Corolla headlights. They are updated for 2023 with a new LED daytime running light design. You also have projector LEDs on every single model, and you're also going to have LED fog lamps down below. I do also want to point out one trim level difference. For the core model, you're not going to have the hood vents. If you go over there to the Circuit Edition, you would notice that we have the hood vents on the top to give it a little bit of a more sporty and dynamic look. Additionally, if we hop down here, you will notice that this is finished in a shiny black plastic, whereas the core model is a matte black plastic. So I think this one looks a little bit better and looks a little bit more aggressive. Now, no cool hot hatch would be complete without some really awesome wheel designs. Every single GR Corolla is going to have 18-inch gloss black wheels. This is what you're going to get on the Core Edition model. They do have 15 spokes. Additionally, I do want to point out, on the Circuit Edition Standard, you are going to have red brake calipers. You can option that onto the core model. And then for the Morizo Edition over here, you're going to have a special 18-inch forged alloy wheel. You're also going to have Michelin Pilot Sport 4 cup tires. So these are going to be the maximum stickiness that you're going to get, so you can have maximum track performance. Now, as far as the overall length for the GR Corolla, you're looking at 173.5 inches in overall length. Also, you're going to have blacked out window surrounds for all the GR Corolla models to give you that maximum cool look. And of course, you cannot forget just all these cool wheel arching elements. I mean, it really separates this GR Corolla out from all the other Corolla hatchbacks, as you would expect. Additionally, you're going to have GR4 branding here on the side. This signifies the all-wheel drive system that is included on this GR Corolla. More on that later. And then as far as the roof is concerned, for the base core model, it's going to be body color. However, on the Circuit Edition, you're going to have a weave roof design, which does give you kind of like a two-tone finish. You're available with 4 different exterior colors for the Circuit Edition, or 3 on the Core Edition. Now, coming around to the rear design of the GR Corolla, my oh my, is this a cool looking hot hatch. I absolutely love the way this looks. You're going to have a lot of really aggressive elements that signifies this is the GR Corolla. So you have your rear window wiper up top, we have our big Toyota badge here in the middle, and everything is just very angular and has a unique look to it. We also have LED taillights wrapping around the exterior design, and also just the rear design itself is a lot wider than the traditional Corolla hatchback model. You have your GR branding right here, and then dropping down to the lower area, this is going to be another really key element for the GR model. You're going to have a triple exhaust outlet system, and this is not just any exhaust outlet system. You know, it's a very special setup that helps reduce backfire to give you that maximum engine performance. Let's also talk about your safety systems as well as the warranty information for the GR Corolla, because this is not all about track performance. You might use this on a day-to-day basis. So for your safety systems, Toyota is including their most advanced, latest and greatest Safety Sense 3.0 system that includes forward emergency braking and pedestrian detection, a more advanced lane trace assist with the lane keeping assist. Additionally, you have auto high beams as well as adaptive cruise control, even though we do have that manual transmission. Now, additionally, with the warranties, you're going to have their signature warranty, 3-year, 36,000 mile basic warranty, 2 years, 25,000 miles of complimentary maintenance, and 5 years, 60,000 mile basic warranty. But guys, I've kept you waiting long enough. Let's go ahead and get into the inside of this vehicle before we take it out for that hot lap.
Okay guys, let's go ahead and hop inside the hottest Corolla money can buy. Now, getting inside here for the first time, I am happy to report that even though this is a powerful, performance-oriented Corolla, you're still going to keep signature Corolla functionality, a very functional, practical interior, just like any Corolla has, but of course with special touches throughout. So if you look at the overall design, you're going to notice mostly the same in terms of like the dashboard, most of the materials, but we do have some increased material quality, such as this padded upper dashboard with the stitching detail. We have leatherette all through here with the stitching detail, and I also noticed we have the more premium element of having some inner stitching here with the console blended with the piano black trim. But of course, the seats. These are one of the biggest elements and differences with the GR Corolla, is the fact that you get performance seats. So this is the core model, like Mason had mentioned earlier. So this is actually the base model. You can get more aggressive seats than this. It actually, gets more aggressive as you go up the trim structure. But as far as these are already very aggressive. You have very thick bolsters, a full Alcantara finish that runs all throughout. It's kind of got that single piece design, although the headrest is adjustable, and then you've got the GR branding up there as well. Now, I'm not going to be able to start this specific one up right now, but like Mason was alluding to, stay tuned. You're going to hear the exhaust, and we're going to take this out on the track for a hot lap with a professional driver, so you don't want to miss that part. But in terms of what I'm seeing here with the interior, GR branding, of course, on your push button start. We have a special steering wheel for GR duty. So we have this round design, nice thick bolsters here, good stitching details, GR branding once again, and it is going to be manual tilt and telescoping. The other thing I can't really show off to you guys because I can't turn on the vehicle is the gauge cluster. So we do have a specially designed GR specific digital gauge cluster on board with this model, and that's going to give you all the nice performance gauges, and cool elements that you're going to want to know if you're driving this aggressively out on the road or on the track. Now, in terms of other things inside of the cabin, like I mentioned, signature Corolla elements. So in terms of like storage, same deal as you would expect from any Corolla. You've got plenty of console storage, cup holders, an area up here to stick your phone. We do have the 2-stage heated seats on this example. We also have a heated steering wheel as well. And you do have the traditional handbrake style on board, of course, which I do like instead of the electronic one, since we have the wonderful 6-speed manual transmission. As a performance model, Toyota is making sure to give all these GRs a really nice 6-speed manual transmission, which you'll see in action in just a second. And even though this does all-wheel drive, and I'll talk about this a little later in the video here, but we do have a control knob where you can actually change the power distribution, how much power you get to the rear wheels and how much you get to the front wheels. So it's a really cool system to be able to change that on the fly. Of course, you got your dual zone automatic climate control setup. We have our signature Toyota display, and then up at the top you got your standard mirror on this base model. And no sunroof because we're trying to go for some weight saving so that this can be maximal or have maximum performance out on the track and out on the street. So the GR Corolla is, of course, a Corolla hatchback. That does mean you have the same amount of space as in any Corolla hatchback model, which is pretty spacious overall. A little less spacious, of course, than the sedan if you watched any of our past Corolla hatchback coverage, but plenty of leg room. In terms of rear features, no vents or anything like that. We do have the fold down armrest though with cup holders inside. Let's take a look at the cargo capacity under the hatch here. Oops. There we go. So as you can see, it's mostly the same as your typical Corolla hatchback. It does look like we have a little bit of a reduction of space, I would imagine due to the all-wheel drive system, but this is still going to be a very versatile vehicle. And at the end of the day, you have a hatchback, so you can fold the seats down, you can stick things like a bicycle or something like that back here, no problem whatsoever. All right, so I know you guys have been waiting to see what's under the hood of the meanest Corolla money can buy. And we do have a very special powertrain and engine. So this right here is a 1.6 liter turbocharged 3-cylinder engine. And I know when I first hear 3-cylinder, I know a lot of you guys as well, you think, it's gonna be weak. Not the case at all. This 3-cylinder is one mean 3-cylinder. It's gonna be making 300 horsepower, 273 pound-feet of torque. Like we were already mentioning, that's gonna be paired with an all-wheel drive system to put that power down, but you do have the ability to change the distribution of that power front to rear, so you can actually send up to 70% of the power to the rear wheels of this GR Corolla, which means, yes, you can drift a front-wheel drive based Corolla vehicle. Things I never thought I would say about a Corolla model. Now, as you already saw in the interior, this is going to be paired with a 6-speed manual transmission for that purest performance that you're going to want if you buy one of these models. Now, of course, no official fuel economy right at this time. We also don't have any official pricing information at this time, but Toyota does say this will be on sale later in 2022. So it's not going to be too long before you might be able to get your hands on one of these really awesome GR Corollas. But I'm not going to keep you in suspense any longer. Let's head out to the track, the moment you've been waiting for, and go for a hot lap with a professional driver in a GR Corolla.
That was sweet. Oh my gosh.
Yo, this car is unreal, man.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what I was expecting, but it was not that. Oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah, this is the Marizo edition.
Wow.
So 25 more foot-pounds of torque.
Wow.
Michelin Cup 2s, 100 pounds less weight.
No back seats.
No, yeah, rear seat delete. Like, this thing is This thing is
Wow.
good.
Oh my gosh. Well, that was an awesome lap. Thank you so much.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I'm glad that you're able to drive that well because I would not have been able to push it that
I'm trying, man. I'm still making mistakes out there, but we're having fun.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Yeah, you're very welcome.